Hi, Sociology. Welcome to week 5, which is we're going to cover seminar 4 this week. And this deals entirely with the scientific method. And again, we talked last week or in the week before about what we call positivism, which is using actual data or evidence to support your details. Now, just a couple things. Anytime that we're dealing with the social sciences, it is a huge pet peeve of mine to say that evidence proves something. Anytime that we run data, it doesn't prove it, all right? Proof is left for mathematicians. You cannot prove anything in social sciences, but what you can do is have evidence that suggests certain things. So please don't use that wicked P word for any of my assignments during this, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is I want you to go into the engage part, and you're going to watch this very short video about forming a hypothesis. And a hypothesis is nothing more than an educated guess about something. So if we were to, and we make these all the time in our everyday lives, all right? When we use the scientific method, we just use a certain standard, and we make sure that we write them out completely. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to watch this. Then I want you to get into the actual work. Now, the Crash Course in Sociology does a really nice job of breaking down the scientific method, as does our textbook, all right? So be sure that you open the textbook this week and make sure that you know all those key terms like independent variable, hypothesis, and all of those other certain things that we are going to be dealing with in this unit, okay? And again, these are all right here if you need them. So, so we use empirical evidence, we have a meta-analysis, we have a dependent variable, a hypothesis. So make sure that you know all of these because you're going to see them over and over again, and it's really hard to study sociology without them, all right? Now, the next thing I want you to do is you're going to hop into the discussion board. And again, if you don't do the discussion boards the week that they're due, by Sunday night, they become zeros, and you're never, ever, ever able to go back and recover those points, all right? This is the only thing within this that has what we call a hard deadline, okay? The other one have suggested deadlines, but the discussion boards must be done. And again, these are intended to be ongoing discussions. I don't want you to just post all 5 or all 3 at one sitting. I want you to post your initial and then come back the next day and see what other people have written. If you are the first one, obviously I don't expect you to be able to reply to your classmates because they haven't done so yet. But I do have a couple students right now with A's that are posting early, so good on them. All right. Next, what I want you to do for this is you are going to write the first few steps of a hypothesis, and you are going to make your own, okay? So when you think about a broad topic, make it sure that it's something that you care about, all right? So it could be, pregnancy, teenage pregnancy in high school students, or cyber versus brick and mortar students, or whatever that might be, whatever you're interested in. You're going to ask a question about that topic, and then you're going to do very, very light research and write down some titles of articles and books, and then you're going to formulate a hypothesis. So you're really just going to do the very beginning of a research project, all right? And it shouldn't take you too long, but I want to know exactly what you're thinking, okay? And then what you're going to do after we do that is you're going to get in and you're going to obviously take the quiz. Now, this quiz is only a few questions. It's been set up that you can be really successful with it, okay? And the last thing you're going to do is you're going to do the express part, all right? And what I want you to do is think about the study. Did you study the material in this section affect your opinion about sociology as being scientific, all right? A lot of people think that the sociological research is just sitting in a bar watching other people drink. It's not, all right? There's a lot more involved in that, and I want you to tell me why or why not, all right? And do you think that it's an important field to study? And again, just because it's something that I like doesn't mean that you have to pander to my likings. If you think this course is stupid, or you think sociology doesn't necessarily really give much to the world, then by all means write that down, okay? So this week, you do have relatively a light load. Again, everything needs to be in by Sunday at midnight, particularly all three of your discussions, all right? And try to get your first discussion in no later than Thursday. So any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks. Bye.